Let's talk a bit about the IBM Data Engineering Professional Certificate on Coursera, and let's see if it's worth it. Because nowadays data engineering is a really hot topic, and you want to know whether you can make money if you take this course, right? You're going to get a professional certificate that is going to tell your employer that you are prepared when it comes to data engineering, and you can just take any task that they give you and make the best out of it. Because nowadays, you have to take into consideration that data engineering is the new data science. So therefore, in 2023, there's going to be a lot of employers that are going to ask of you to be able to create data pipelines and to manage full data cycles rather than just doing your own work in a Jupyter notebook or in a controlled environment. You're going to need to be able to take data from various sources, combine them into one source, into a medallion, let's say architecture. You're going to need to be able to understand this concept and, again, clean the data, then create specific aggregations, and then, of course, you need to show them to your business users through specific dashboards. And this is what you're going to need to learn in order to be successful now in 2023. So let's see if the Data Engineering Professional Certificate by IBM on Coursera, it's worth it and whether you should take it or not. Let's go through it and see exactly what it is. Now you can launch your career in data engineering. You can master SQL, relational databases, ETL, data warehousing, NoSQL, big data, and Spark with hands-on job-ready skills. And this is the point here. You need to be able to be job-ready after you take this professional certificate, because otherwise, why did you spend all this money? So this is the promise. And I think it's a big task that IBM needs to achieve. But to be honest, after looking through the syllabus for each course, I'm pleasantly surprised. But let's go through it together and we'll see whether it's actually worth it to take this course. We can skip through all of these, right? We're going to just look at the courses, and we're going to look at the courses, let's say, from a higher level, okay? Because we also want to look at the reviews, and then we can make an informed decision whether this course, whether this certification is worth it or not. The first one is, of course, Introduction to Data Engineering. And you can see it has a lot of ratings. Great. Everybody that starts the certification is going to go through the Introduction to Data Engineering. It's theoretical, of course, because in the end you need to understand what data engineering is, and then you need to go through the ecosystem. You need to understand about the data engineering life cycle, and of course they're gonna sell you like these are the career opportunities that you're gonna benefit from. So definitely this is a nice overview to have when it comes to joining this specific certification. If we look at the reviews, of course, we get a lot of 5-star reviews, 4-star reviews, right? Excellent introduction, optimal for the foundation and understanding of data engineering. I'm not going to spend too much on this course because you can imagine it's just a foundational course. It's nothing practical, it's just theoretical, and you need to understand whether data engineering might be a fit for you or not. Now, as you can imagine, I think you know the answer because you want to become a data engineer and you want to make those juicy gains from the salaries that you're going to be earning as a data engineer. So definitely this career is worth it. Let's go through the next course. And this is Python for Data Science, AI, and Development. Now this is a very broad thing, right? Data Science, AI, and Development. Like they're trying to teach you Python in just one course. It's not going to be that easy, right? One course is not going to set you up for success when it comes to Python development, but it can teach you the basics like data structures and so on, and you're going to understand how you can use Python for data engineering, of course at a, let's say, higher level, because you're not going to go very in depth. But nevertheless, it's very important to have this course as well, because you will learn about the Python basics, data structures, programming fundamentals, working with data, APIs. It's really, really useful. Again, this will be a high-level course. Everybody likes this course. You can see awesome course. Let's see 3 stars. I'm actually interested to see what people might be complaining about when it comes to the basics of Python. To be honest, you see there are a couple of let's say 1-star reviews. Okay. Yeah, I think it's normal that IBM will want to explain things in their ecosystem, so they're going to make you use their tools and so on and so forth, and that's perfectly fine because every cloud provider is doing the same. So I think you should be expecting this, right? Because you will like need to use various IBM cloud tools. Okay. I would like to see how should have been done the final assignment. Okay, so it has a final assignment. Some assignments might be better, some might be worse, but nevertheless, think about it. It's an introductory course for Python. You see, some guys are saying like this is a very bad course and whatnot, but again, it's Python. You know, you need to learn Python. Like there's so many other courses that you can take in order to learn Python. This is not necessarily something that you need to take. Okay. Of course, if you want to have the professional certificate, so you have the certificate in your hand and you can show it to your employer, and you can just go through the pain, take this course. But otherwise, you can learn Python from other free sources as well. Like, come on, it's Python, right? It's 2023. You are able to learn basic Python for free on YouTube. If you want to take this course, then if you want to have this professional certificate, you need to go through everything, skim through it, make the final assignment. I'm sure it's going to be relatively easy. Python project for data engineering. Okay, so this is the Python project that the people were referring to. Let's see what it is about. It's been a course intended to apply foundational Python skills by implementing different techniques to collect and work with data. Extract data from multiple file formats, transform it, then load it into a single source for analysis. This is great. The fact that they have a project for each big, let's say, category when it comes to their certification is very important. There's a lot of certifications out there that don't even have these projects, right? They only have a capstone project at the end, but they don't really have like projects for each specific area that they're actually teaching you. So even if some people might complain about it, I think just the fact that they have a project, it's really, really important because it gets you to exercise what you have been learning. So it's not just some theory that somebody spits out and you're just like listening to and you're just taking it as it is. You're actually putting in the effort to learn. Let's see the reviews. Where is it? The reviews. Well-structured course. Great time to review and practice what I learned. This is what it is. You want to practice what you learned. It makes no sense to just go through a course and not have some sort of assignments that will help you practice what they taught you. Let's look at the 3-star reviews. Of course, again, it's super important to look at the 3 stars and 1 star and 2 stars, but overall, you see, it's not like just 1-star reviews. Issue on the module, need to explain more. I mean, it's an assignment. I guess maybe they could have done a little bit better. The hands-on lab is a little bit challenging. This is what you want. You want to have a challenging hands-on lab. Even if it's going to take you longer, you're going to learn, right? You're going to go back to the course, see what they have been teaching you. And if it's not in the course, because sometimes they might not provide a complete explanation, you need to just Google it, right? Just go on Stack Overflow and check out answers and find solutions to your problems. I think the fact that they have this this project is very, very important. Now, the next thing, you're going to have an introduction to relational databases. I think this is, again, a very introductory course. I mean, I think you should kind of know what relationship databases are, and if you don't, anyway, this is great because they literally take you from the basics and they walk you through the things that you need, right? Of course, they're gonna teach you about data types, models, architecture, patterns. This is wonderful. This is wonderful because this is what you need. Again, it's for beginners and some people that might have some experience already when it comes to some development work. You might not actually need to take this course, but again, if you want the certificate, just go through it. It should be relatively easy. It shouldn't be that difficult. And if we look at the reviews, again, really great and gives a foundation of relational databases. I don't know why I'm saying relationship databases. It's weird. Relational databases, great content, solid understanding of relational databases. Let's see all reviews. Okay, perfect. It looks like there's a lot more like 5-star reviews. Very good course. You see, like at the same time, there may be some problems with the labs and whatnot, but this happens, right? As content gets updated, sometimes you might follow some instructions and they might not work exactly on your machine, but it is what it is. You just bug fix and move forward, right? Like it's normal that some issues might appear, as long as it achieves the purpose of teaching you the foundation. I think it's great. Okay, and again, if you already know it, just skim through it and move on to the courses that you think are more interesting to you. Again, you need to take it if you want to get the certificate, but you can also just take this take only the courses that you think you need, right? You don't need to just take all these like very basic things in order to to spend money on courses that don't really help you. If you want the certification, perfect, get the certification, and then you have to just go through the not necessarily the bad stuff, but the things that you don't really care much about because you already know. But if you just want to learn specific aspects of data engineering, you can just take isolated courses because it will help you a lot better. Okay, databases and SQL for data science with Python. Perfect. So you're going to learn a little bit of SQL here. Let's see what we're going to be learning. Okay, select, count, insert, of course. Introduction to databases and tables. Okay, create table, alter, drop. Okay, perfect. Just it teaches you basic SQL so far. Okay, intermediate SQL. So probably you're going to get some. Okay, grouping. Okay, date and time, subqueries, nested. Okay. And then accessing databases using Python. So you're going to learn about, okay, some IBM APIs. Perfect. I think this is good as well, because you're learning the basics of working with SQL, and you definitely need SQL in order to be a data engineer. You might not need SQL at a very advanced level, but an intermediate level should work very, very well. I think this course is actually more for beginners, so it might not necessarily teach you enough SQL, so you will need more practice, but nevertheless it's a good introductory course. Let's see all reviews. Okay, a lot of 1-star and 2-star. I guess people wanted maybe more in-depth, but it doesn't teach and makes practice about the connection to the evidence. Magic, hence it's very frustrating to understand the significance. Okay. Okay, this is a very particular problem, but we're full of typos and broken URLs, which a lot of students confirm. The in-video quizzes are following it simply. Okay. The final assignments. I mean, you gotta understand that many of these courses aren't updated on a regular, so maybe if they update their systems, there might be some issues, but sometimes you just have to deal with it and learn how to fix them on the spot and take the courses as they are. In the end, you need to be able to extrapolate from the things that they teach you and be able to also bug fix where you need to. Of course, it would be great if all the courses would always stay up to date and in par with the systems that they're using and all the updates that they push to their systems. But I gotta be honest, whether you're gonna be on Coursera, Udemy, or any other platform, you're gonna have similar issues. Creators will not update their content all the time. Of course, the cloud services that they're using will have various updates. They're gonna have some legacy things that work and some newer stuff that don't. So you have to understand that you won't get a perfectly working course, regardless whether it's from IBM, Google, Amazon, and whatever, right? It's always going to be updated at one point, and in between there are going to be some issues with it. But these are the things. As long as it's not too easy as a course, I think a course is good. Some courses are they're for beginners and they don't serve intermediate users well. But as long as it strikes the balance correctly between beginner and intermediate, I think it's great. Even if you might have some typos or some broken lessons and stuff like that. And this goes regardless whether it's Udemy, Coursera, or any other platform. All right. Let's move on to the next one and see here, hands-on introduction to Linux and shell scripting. Great. You will need to learn how to use bash and pretty much shell scripting, and just get used to running those commands in the terminal. If we look at the reviews, again, very dense content-wise, very clear, great course with great contents. Let's see actually all the reviews so we can see also some bad reviews. I noticed that Coursera always puts the 5-star reviews first when it comes to just seeing the reviews, and then you have to go into checking out all the reviews so you can see a mixed bag of positive and negative and let's say positive reviews. This needs a lot more hands-on experience. Great start for beginners, good overview. Again, it is an overview. You're not going to learn bash scripting in one course. It's going to take you a lot of time until you're going to be able to say that you're good at it. You're never going to master anything unless you have 5-10 years of experience, but at least you're going to be good at it, and then it's going to get you job ready, because this is what the course actually tells you, that you need to get job ready by following it. Let's look at the next one. ETL and data pipelines with Shell, Airflow, and Kafka. Great. This is very, very important to be familiar with all of these tools. And let's see some syllabus here. Data processing techniques. Okay, ETL, ELT. They walk you through the basics, what they are, and then tools and techniques. Shell scripting. Okay, batch versus streaming, again, theoretical stuff. Building data pipelines using Airflow. Great, practical thing. And then building streaming pipelines using Kafka. Another important course, but from what you can see, this is still introductory. So most of the courses that we've seen so far are introductory. You will need to dive deeper in each topic after you take these courses. So far, I'm not 100% sure that you're going to be job ready by taking this certification. I think they can. I mean, depends what job, right? If of course, you're going for a junior position, so it might take you. You might be job ready, but you will need a little bit more in-depth coverage for each of these topics, not just the theory and just running a couple of commands, right? You need to have a little bit of more practical experience as well, and dive deeper in each of these topics. Okay. What people are saying, again, good introduction. Let's see all reviews. Okay, buggy practice. As we saw earlier, it's normal to have this type of things. Love the labs, interesting course. The fact that they have a lot of labs, you see, on every course they have labs, and they try to also bring some practical knowledge. I think it's wonderful. I think this is wonderful. There are a lot of certifications and courses that don't have that many labs or that many assignments or that many projects, and more than the theory and all of these just watch the teacher talk and whatever without actually practicing. It's not useful. You want to be able to practice what you're learning, and this is wonderful. I really think that this certification strikes a good balance between the theoretical and practical aspects. Of course, you could always go deeper, and you will need to go deeper, but at least it's one approach that works well. Okay. Personally, I've taken IBM courses, I've taken IBM certifications, and to be honest, compared to other cloud providers, I think they're very good. They sit right at the top when it comes to striking the right balance between the theoretical and the practical aspects. Okay, moving on to the next one is getting started with data warehousing and BI analytics. This is an important course because you need to learn about the differences between warehouses, data lakes. Okay, you're also gonna understand concepts like Delta Lake when you're gonna be working with Databricks. So you need to understand the differences and how to work with data lakes and with data warehouses, what data marts are as well. And you see, like they provide you with all this information so that you can benefit from their experience and how to properly create architectures that are correct. Okay, designing, modeling, implementing data warehouses, data warehouse analytics. Here you're going to learn about, okay, this is their tool, I guess, right? So of course they're going to try to sell on their IBM tools, perfectly fine. And then final assignment and final quiz. The fact again that you have final assignments, extremely important. When it comes to the reviews, you can see there's less and less reviews as the number of courses progresses, right? You're going to have less and less reviews, and the reason is that there are less and less people that are taking the later courses, because they're starting with the certification and they do the first course, second course, and then you can see people dropping off as the number of reviews decreases as well. I don't think this is a good thing. I think if you start a certification, follow it through, because usually the first courses are like more basic, and as time progresses, as you do more and more courses from the certification, they're going to be harder and actually more important to the actual role. So the later courses in a specialization are always harder, but also they're more important because they build on top of whatever you learned in the previous courses. So whenever you take a certification, make sure that you follow it through. Don't start it if you don't think that you can finish it. Or just go through the courses that you believe are more important, and then just don't do the full certification. Do the courses that will be most helpful to you. Okay? So yeah, if we look at the reviews, probably we're going to have again a mixed bag, which is perfectly fine. Oh, okay. This is insane. I think this has the percentage-wise has the best review. Oh no, okay. We have like bad reviews as well. Of course, labs and people complaining about the labs, but overall, I think you will definitely learn a lot from this course as well. Introduction to NoSQL databases. You will probably mostly be working with relational databases, but I think NoSQL is important as well. Okay, so you're gonna understand more about not only SQL. Okay, we're going to teach you about MongoDB, Cassandra, and so on, right? IBM Cloud, and again, they're going to try to sell on their courses. This is also a good course to take, of course. Again, depending on what you want, you can also skip through it and check courses that are more appealing to you. But again, if you follow the certification, take this one as well, of course. Let's see the next one. Introduction to Big Data with Spark and Hadoop. So, you need to know Spark. In 2023, you need to know Spark. You're going to be working a lot with Databricks and their ecosystem. So you need to know Spark. Okay? The fact that they have an introduction to Big Data with Spark and Hadoop is super important. And you need to take this course for sure. If you don't know what Spark is or Hadoop, you need to take this course, okay? If we look at the curriculum, yeah, they walk you through what big data is. I mean, you should know, right? Because you've been working with big data. The Hadoop ecosystem, you don't necessarily need to know much about Hadoop nowadays, but nevertheless, you can just either even go to Spark and then understand Spark data frames and Spark SQL. Okay, you're gonna use Spark SQL and Spark data frames interchangeably depending on the tasks and what type of transformations you're doing. So it's super important to take this course overall. Okay, I bet that the reviews will be nice. It's again an introductory course. On Jupyter exercise hosted. Okay. Very hard to follow, but okay, not all interactive, like a general stuff to drive. It can be like that, like if the instructor is not really engaging, it can be like that. But it's an important course, so definitely take this. if you would take some courses from this specialization, from this professional certification, this is one course that you need to take, okay? And the next course is equally as important, the data engineering and machine learning using Spark. Again, as I told you, you need to know Spark in 2023. You cannot be a data engineer if you don't know Spark, okay? You need to be you need to understand Spark, and you need to be able to work with the Databricks ecosystem, okay? So therefore, this course is mandatory. If there is something mandatory in this whole specialization, are the courses on Spark. Spark for data engineering, Spark ML, final project. You have a project. Again, super, super important. As I was saying previously, projects are very, very important so that you solidify your understanding of the subjects that you're learning. And the last course is data engineering capstone project, and the final capstone project. Great, you need to do this as well. So overall, what do you guys think? What do you guys think based off all of these courses? Is the certification worth it or not? My opinion is that it's worth it because it covers so many topics and they provide you with, of course, maybe introductory information on all of these topics, but you have the full landscape. And this is what you want from a professional certificate. You won't be able to appeal to all levels of expertise in a specific topic, but you are able to offer a broad understanding of the whole field of study. So I think this this professional certificate is good. It's definitely good. I would definitely take it, to be honest. Like if I would be starting as a data engineer now, I wouldn't really know what it is about and whatnot. And I know like I'm going to make huge gains if I'm going to become a data engineer. This course offered by IBM, I would definitely, this certification offered by IBM, I would definitely take, okay? So, but this is just my opinion. It depends. Again, you can also just take the courses that are more interesting to you. And if you would just take the courses from what I'm seeing here, I would definitely take the Python for data science, AI and development. I would do the project. I would also do the hands-on introduction to Linux and shell scripting. I would also do the databases and SQL for data science with Python. I would definitely do ETL and data pipelines with Shell, Airflow, and Kafka. I would definitely do the warehousing and BI analytics because you need to understand data lakes and data warehouses and data marts. I would definitely do introduction to big data with Spark and Hadoop. I would definitely do data engineering and machine learning using Spark, and I would definitely do the Capstone project. So these are the courses that I would definitely do regardless whether I would take the full certification or not. If you want to take the full certification, is even better because you're going to have the full professional certificate. But if you would take the courses, these are the courses that I would take. All right. Let me know what you think. Also, if you decide to take any of these courses or the professional certificate, it would really help me if you would click on the link below and take it by following that link, because of course I would get a commission for it, but it would definitely support me and this channel, and it would really help me create more videos like this where I help people like you decide what courses and what certifications are worth it. As always, if you like this type of content, don't forget to click the like button and subscribe to my channel. I'll see you in the next one.